strip mine is a very small word for an operation that is absolutely massive. We're talking about a gash in the earth that's about 1.5 miles wide and dang near 600-700 feet deep. And when you have to...
People like the Jews began advancing this idea that sort of formed the modern world, right? That man is a rational animal, a political animal, that man has certain rights, and the fruition of that is the Declaration of Independence, right? Which they cite as sort of, this attempt to wrap themselves in these good ideas, these authentically good ideas that are the basis for the entire modern world and the basis for the idea of human rights and the rule of law. But ultimately they reject all of that, the entire modern world, this entire idea. And they see human beings as irrational, which is right. I mean, this is right. Studying this philosophy, human beings are irrational, unnatural, and they need to be controlled by other people, right? It's not a kind of Marxism. Marxism is a kind of this idea, right? And frankly, Plato experimented with this idea, right? The mass of mankind just needs to be controlled, right? Because they're not really rational. They're not really like everybody else. So I understand that philosophy. It's a legitimate. Billions of people have held that philosophy. It's fundamentally anti-human, anti-human rights, anti-rule of law. And as much as utopians sound good if you study them in theory, when you study them in history, they're very scary.
I'm going to be brief. I'm going to be brief, and I'm going to go to 50,000 feet. Humans are natural. Humans are completely natural. We are also the only organism on the planet that doesn't know what to do. Every other organism is controlled by hardwired methodology. We don't...
There's no misunderstanding about what exactly that looks like.
A house. Is it harming the environment? Air is negatively affected. Water is negatively affected. Resources are negatively affected. Traffic. It's all a matter of scale. We have zoning to say only so many houses per acre, right? I'm not saying, and how can I be a builder if I believe that every house should not be built or remodeled? Are houses able to be built that are net zero impact? Yeah. Are we doing it? We are so far from doing that as to be insane.
Why?
Why?
Why? You know what the answer is. Why is that?
Well,
how much does it cost to build a house with net zero impact? How much does it cost? Could I afford it?
That's what we need to be doing. No matter what the cost is, that's what we need to be doing. Does that...
I can tell you what the answer is. My stockbroker wife and me as an attorney, we make a pretty good living. I can't even begin to think about buying a house with a net zero impact on the environment. I don't have
Journal of Light Construction. The most recent article is about $135 a square foot net zero home. It's doable. Does the government allow it? It's one of the toughest parts about government. It's in so many ways, one of the things you'll hear us talk about is that sustainability is illegal. It is very difficult to build a net zero house because it's illegal.
Because all these building codes pushed by other groups of do-gooders, right? Because they think that they care more about fighting fires in my home than I care about, right? I have a home that was built in '26. All the wiring would be illegal today. The staircase would be illegal today. All the railings would be illegal today because of groups of do-gooders who think they should push other people around.
You could call it do-gooders. We would rather call it corporate bullies who are able to use the First Amendment to say we have the right to lie and call things clean coal. It's an absolute oxymoron. I want to bring it back to the corporate abuse issue.
The biggest advocates for green building are corporations that make profits doing green building. The biggest advocates for windmills are corporations that make windmills.
I want to get back
You're
to
shilling for those
your point about the net.
I really don't mean to cut you guys off, but I really want to get to, I know we're running late. I don't know how you guys are on time. I know you guys probably have a long drive home, so maybe we can do 2 more quick questions, they gotta be quick. Okay, I promise her that I would give her question and you, if that's okay. But we gotta make it super quick, because these guys have a long draft on.